Hello everybody, just some more observations to do with even the first day on the Chris Watts case with murdering Shanann. Not only did he take a really long time to come from work, I mean like OTT too much time to come from work. When he pulled up outside the house, he took a while out of the van. 30, 40, 50, 60 seconds to come out. And then, when he comes round the side of the van, he then has to fiddle in the van. He has to put things in the van. Then, when he comes to the officer, he puts his hand out because he's concealing something under his arm, and he doesn't want the officer to notice these things that he's got. So he sticks his arm out, so it keeps that officer out there. And he's sort of, I've greeted him now, and then he goes off to the car, bends down in the car, does whatever he's got to do, and then walks straight in the house. Hello to Nicole or her son, and I just actually thought that it was upstairs on the balcony where the police officers realised he was, but it wasn't. It was before he even got there. His whole mode of the way he was, he didn't come across like a person that cared or was doing the right thing. And then we get to this bit by the front door. Look at the look on Nicole's, like, what is going on? She is extremely upset because she already knows. And I don't know if everybody noticed when Chris Watts opened the door and then walks off. Guess what? Oh, do you see that? He's put his head down. If you could just caught that, you can slow it down a bit more. He's on his phone already. Chris Watts is already on his phone. Dick, dick, dot, dot. And Nicole's like, oh, that's the suitcase from last night. I think there's a suitcase there. Or she's looking at what's on the ground. What's he doing? The one in the kitchen isn't concerned at all. Look, he's in his own world, his own thing. He is OTT texting from the beginning. The way I look at it, right, when someone goes missing, you wouldn't text, would you? You would call everybody, like, non-stop. You'd be calling and calling and calling. What's he doing? Texting. Text, text, text. The police officer talks to him, and now he's like a little butterfly. He's off somewhere. He's got to keep away. His worst nightmare, isn't it? Because he knows what he's done, and there's a police officer's house. Text, text, text. This is OTT texting, isn't it? OTT. Is he texting so much and not paying attention to what's happening in and around his life? Text, text, text. He's even looking at the phone as he goes round the corner. All he's interested in is texting. He doesn't care about anything else except on that phone. And as I've said, if somebody goes missing, what would you do? Text everyone? Or ring? Maybe you'd text some people, but you'd call others. You don't hear him calling anybody. Just an observation, but there's no suitcase on that bed. So the day Shanann went missing, there's no suitcase on there. Welfare check day, no suitcase on the bed. But the day the dog people come, look, there's a suitcase on the bed. Or it's here. You'll see it in a second. So, just an observation that down there on the day Shanann went missing. I mean, is that the stuff that Shanann brought back? Or she had another bag with her. Has it just been dumped? No, the suitcase looks open, like it's been open. I'm surprised now, really, that maybe the police officers didn't just have a look at suitcases. I mean, under, missing at this moment, not charging him, so it was a little bit different, but you saw on the bed the suitcase. Anyway, back to this bit now. Anyway, we're just coming back to this bit where he's texting, because he can't stop texting and looking at that phone. But anyway, maybe he thought that he could get away with everything, because right now there's a police officer in his house and he's killed everybody, and he's sort of getting away with it right now and nobody knows. So maybe that's how he thought he could beat the lie detector. Anyway, when you look at Shanann's house, she was so tidy. Her house was really tidy. Even her cupboards were tidy. Okay, we can't tell too much what's happening in our office. Maybe there's a different story in that cupboard. Maybe Shanann left it in a mess. Maybe Chris was looking for something, but just look in the cupboard. Look at that. Can't quite tell whether it's a mess on the floor, you know, like it's just a mess, or there's an argument or something in there. She liked everything in its place. So I wonder what everybody thought about this cupboard. Look at all that mess on the floor. Does anybody think that's a bit strange for her house? You can't tell, maybe the kids had been playing in there, I just don't know. But that was her cupboard. It's quite messy on the floor. Anyway, it's just another observation. Things that just aren't in place, aren't right. Out of place. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. It's just so apparent now how guilty he really is. Yeah, that's what you see. Text, 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 text. Anyway, what do you think then? And about that cupboard.